Good morning. How are you? How are you?
I'm good.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
I have a problem.
What's that?
I can't figure out if I'm left-handed or right-handed.
You don't have any hands.
Oh, well that makes things a lot easier.
But you're very witty, which makes up for a lot of things.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, welcome to Adventure Club Live. We have a fun program for today, and I am so glad that you're here. Thanks for being a part of Adventure Club Live. I really love the fact that you guys are here with us. Let us know that you're here, and I'd love to hear from you. Remember, instead of doing in the chat box, get with your parents and have them text me at 858-262-4350. Again, it's 858-262-4350. We'll give a couple minutes for everybody to sign in. Hi, Addie. Thank you for signing in. Hope you're having a great day. And before we get started, last week I asked you guys to draw a robot. And we got a couple submissions in with some great videos, so we're going to show those. And that's how we're going to start off the show today. And how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing the robot dance.
And he's a very good dancer. Wait, so what is this week's drawing? Well, it's not really a contest, but we would just love to see you guys' drawings because I missed them. So what's the drawing for next week?
The drawing for next week? Oh man, draw your favorite sock puppet.
Draw your favorite sock
Better
puppet?
be me.
If it's Jim Sock, please draw Jim Sock.
I got red eyebrows, don't forget.
Don't
And a
forget.
pink nose.
He's got red eyebrows and a pink nose, and he's a man.
Yeah.
So awesome. So we're going to start off with Rafi, who was acting very silly and very awesome. Rafi, show us your robot.
Hi, I'm Phil. Little my robot. Here it is. This robot needs a stone pirate with a hook. It's sword. And this. This is the fire. This is the feet.
Excellent. Rafi did an awesome job and an awesome robot.
That was great.
He did really great, huh?
Yeah, he's a great artist.
And we had another submission that I want to look at, which is Emma's robot. Hi, Emma. I hope you're online today. And so, Emma, show us your robot.
My robot does cool stuff, like turns into a disco ball, and does three other cool things that I want to tell you. It can turn into a bush of flowers, and it can turn into a flower that you can put in your hair.
Excellent. Great job, Emma. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for your submissions. And remember, next week, draw your favorite sock. Well, your favorite sock puppet.
Puppet.
So
yeah.
it has to be
Make it
alive.
really
I don't know if
cute.
any of you guys have a favorite sock. I
No,
have
that's
favorite
boring.
pairs of socks.
All
But
socks
yeah,
should be sock puppets
all socks should be sock
with
puppets.
noses.
What about when I need socks?
Just wear your shoes.
How would I go to the gym?
Wear your shoes. Wear your gym shoes. Don't wear
My
your
shoes
dress
would be
shoes.
very
That would be
stinky.
Very uncomfortable.
Very stinky. Oh, I have some surprises. We're going to have lots of songs today. So let's start off. We have a special cameo. Let's start off with some songs. Guys, I hope you're ready to sing. Are you ready to sing?
Ready to sing.
All right.
Hey you guys, I've missed singing with you in Adventure Club and the different classes, and so Mr. John gave me the opportunity to come and sing today, and so I asked Ava Cardoza for some help. She gave me all A songs, so I hope you guys enjoy two of my favorites, and here we go. You ready? Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. It's the real thing, salvation by grace. When you look on his face, it's the real thing. All right, so my second verse, or my second song would be Apple Red Happiness. You ready? All right, this is like my old school favorite from I Was Your Age, so let's see if I can still remember it all these years later. Here we go. Apple red happiness, popcorn cheerfulness, cinnamon singing inside. Peppermint energy, gumdrop holiday, when you give Christ your life. The benefits of God's great love are super satisfying. happiness, popcorn cheerfulness, cinnamon singing inside, peppermint energy, gumdrop holiday, when you give Christ your life. Did you sing it fun? I hope so. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you. Bye.
Oh, I'm so thankful that Miss Debbie could come on the show
Yeah, she's great.
today.
I love Miss Debbie.
And she's got an awesome voice, doesn't she, guys? Your singing voice is so much better than mine, but not quite as good as yours.
I am better.
Yeah, Jim Sock has an incredible opera voice.
I'm going to be a frontline singer.
He's going to be a frontline singer. All right, excellent. So, hey, let's start a contest. Remember, every week we do 3 questions, and they're based on the story time from last week's Adventure Club Live.
What was the story last week, Mr. Jones?
Last week, it was a powerful story that Jesus taught about forgiveness, and it's from the book of Luke in the Bible, chapter 10, verses 31 to 37. So go ahead and get your Bibles out. Luke chapter 10, verses 31 to 37. I'll put these questions up on the screen. They're multiple choice questions. So here are the rules. Text your answer, or have your parents text the answer to the question to 858-262-4350. 858-262-4350. Every text answer I get is an entry into a drawing. The winner of the drawing can win stickers.
They're tasty! But don't eat them. Those are for sock puppets to eat.
You have very strange habits.
Just strange taste in food.
Ding, ding, ding. So we'd love to send you guys some stickers. Now, if you've already won Adventure Club stickers, we have some different ones that we'd love to send out to you guys, too. And we send out rounds of those, I think, about every week, something like that.
About every 2 weeks.
About every week, 2 weeks. And so if you're a winner, we look forward to getting you some awesome stickers. Now, so let's begin. Remember, this is from Luke chapter 10, verses 31 through 37. This is question 1. A lawyer knew that God's law says to love thy neighbor as thyself. He asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? In Jesus' story, what did the priest and the Levite do when they each saw the wounded man? A, they ran to help him. B, they gave him some money and kept walking. C, they gave him food and medicine and kept walking. D, they did nothing and kept walking. A lawyer knew God's law says to love thy neighbor as thyself. He asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? Jesus answered with the story of the Good Samaritan. In Jesus' story, what did the priest and Levite do when they each saw the wounded man? A, they ran to help him. B, they gave him some money and kept walking. C, they gave him food and medicine and kept walking. D, they did nothing and kept walking. I'll read it one more time. And remember, text your answer to 858-262-4350. Text either A, B, C, or D. And text your name in the answer as well so that I know that you enter. I'll read it one more time. A lawyer knew God's law says to love thy neighbor as thyself. He asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? Jesus told a story as an answer. In Jesus' story, what did the priest and Levite do when they each saw the wounded man? A, they ran to help him. B, they gave him some money and kept walking. C, they gave him food and medicine and kept walking. D, they did nothing and kept walking. Text your answers in. While we're doing that, we've got some more songs today. I hope you enjoy them. They're songs with Jim Sock and me. All right, I'm here with Jim Sock. How you doing, Jim Sock?
I'm good today, Mr. Jones. How are you?
Doing awesome. All right, let's sing the B-I-B-L-E. Ready to take the lead?
You got it.
All right. right. So, Jim Sock, I thought I'd start you off with the easy ones and the ones that we sing a lot. So, how about Jesus Loves Me?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to Him belong. They are weak, but He is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
One more time.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to Him belong. They are weak, but He is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Great job.
Thank you.
God omniscient, God all-knowing, in His wisdom doth ordain every working of creation to the glory of His name. Who His thoughts can dare to fathom, who His judgments can contain? None His equal, unassailable, He our God who ever reigns. Claire Jane, you want to come up here? Okay. Ready for verse 2?
Yeah.
God all-keeping, omnipresent in the passing days of men. First to last, not one forgotten, by His strong and steering hand. He the sovereign Lord now praise we, He the fount of providence. On His word we rest unwavering, yes, His perfect word shall stand.
Awesome. So you got to see my daughter, Clara Jane, who invaded Song Time, and I thought that was super hilarious, and I wanted to keep it in. Jim Sock, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
All right, let me take this down so we can see your face.
That's okay.
Awesome. So we got some entries for question 1. Let's go ahead and do the drawing. Are you ready with the mug of power? All right. A lawyer knew God's law, thank you, says to love thy neighbor as thyself. He asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? Jesus responded with a story. And in Jesus' story, what did the priest and Levite do when they saw the wounded man? A, they ran to help him. B, they gave him some money and kept walking. C, they gave him food and medicine and kept walking. D, they did nothing and kept walking. The answer is D, they did nothing and kept walking. Luke chapter 10, verses 31 to 32 says, there came down a certain priest that way, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. And likewise a Levite, when he was at the place, came and looked on him and passed by on the other side. So let's do our drawing. So who gets some cool new stickers this week? Raphael! Awesome. Thank you for being a part of it, Raphael. You are the man. Thank you for being a part every week. And then let's go on to question 2. Now, question 2, remember, I'll put this up on screen. Text your answer to 858-262-4350. Remember, all our questions come from Luke chapter 10, the story of the Good Samaritan. The question is this: while the religious leaders had passed by the wounded man, the Samaritan took care of him and paid for him to heal at an inn. Why did Jesus say he helped the man? A, he charged the wounded man a lot of money for the ride to the inn. B, he had compassion on the wounded man. C, he accepted a bribe from the wounded man. D, he was tired of the wounded man's complaining. Text your answers to this question to 858-262-4350. The question is, while the religious leaders had passed by the wounded man, the Samaritan took care of him and paid for him to heal at an inn. Why did Jesus say he helped the man? A, he charged the wounded man a lot of money for the ride to the inn. B, he had compassion on the wounded man. C, he accepted a bribe from the wounded man. D, he was tired of the wounded man's complaining. Text your answers to 858-262-4350. Again, it's 858-262-4350. I hope you have enjoyed our show so far today. I hope you've enjoyed our cameos from Miss Debbie and from Clara Jane. Remember, send your answers to this question via text to 858-262-4350. While that's going out, let's cut to our story time. And let's do story time now.
Today we're looking at John chapter 11. John chapter 11. And this story is summarized from that chapter of the Bible. Jesus was preaching to people near the Jordan River when a messenger came to him with sad news. Lord, your friends Mary and Martha sent me. Their brother Lazarus, whom you love, is very sick. He didn't say so exactly, but the meaning was clear. Lazarus might die. Everyone expected Jesus to stop preaching and hurry to Bethany where his friends lived, but instead Jesus said, I know all about Lazarus' sickness. It will bring praise to God. But Jesus didn't leave then. Instead, he stayed to teach near the Jordan River for 2 more days. His disciples must have been puzzled. They knew how much Jesus loved Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. They had been close friends for a long time. Why didn't Jesus hurry to help his friends? On the 3rd day, Jesus finally said, let's go to Bethany. Our friend Lazarus is asleep. I'll go and wake him up. The disciples were worried because they knew it was dangerous for Jesus to travel so close to Jerusalem. The religious leaders were trying to have Jesus killed. Plus, the disciples thought Jesus meant that Lazarus was resting and the sickness was all over. So why do something so dangerous? No, Jesus told them, Lazarus is dead. Meanwhile, Mary and Martha had been sure that Jesus would come and help their brother. But as they waited, Lazarus got sicker, and then the very worst thing happened. Lazarus died, and Jesus hadn't come. Many friends from Bethany and from Jerusalem, about 2 miles away, came to the funeral. At funerals, in that time and place, friends followed along behind the men carrying the body of the one who had died. They would all cry to show respect for the dead person and his or her relatives. How sad Mary and Martha must have been when their brother was buried in the family tomb. After Lazarus' funeral, Jesus and his disciples arrived in Bethany. As they came near the town, people told Jesus that Lazarus had been buried for 4 days now. When Martha heard that Jesus had arrived, she hurried out and met him. She cried, "Oh Lord, if you had only been there, my brother would not have died." Martha believed that Jesus could have healed her brother. As she looked at Jesus' kind face, she added, "I know that even now God will give you anything you ask." Jesus nodded. "Your brother will come back to life," he told Martha. Martha smiled. "I know that he will come back to life on Resurrection Day." Then Jesus said something very important. Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whosoever believes in me has everlasting life. Even if his body dies, he will live forever." Do you believe what I'm telling you? Martha looked at Jesus. "Yes, Lord," she said confidently. "I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, the one God promised to send into the world." Martha hurried home. There was still a crowd of people around, so Martha came close to Mary and whispered, "Jesus is here, and he wants to see you." Mary quickly ran down out of the house and down the road. The people who saw her leave thought she was going to the tomb to mourn. But she wanted to see Jesus too. When she reached Jesus, who was still outside of Bethany, she fell at his feet, weeping. "Lord, if you had been there, my brother would not have died." Jesus felt so sorry for Mary and his sister. Jesus knew how much they had loved their brother. Tears came to Jesus' eyes too, and the people watching knew that Jesus had really loved his friend Lazarus. Jesus asked, "Where is Lazarus' body?" The people led Jesus to Lazarus' tomb. When Jesus came to the cave tomb, he told the men who were standing there to take away the stone that sealed the tomb. Everyone gasped in surprise. Martha said, "But Lord, my brother has been dead for 4 days. His body will smell bad." Jesus answered, "I told you that if you'd believe, you'd see God's glory." When the men had moved the stone, Jesus prayed aloud to God the Father. "Father," Jesus said, "I thank you that you hear me. I ask that the people standing here may believe that you have sent me." Then Jesus shouted, "Lazarus, come out." Can you imagine being in the crowd when Jesus said that? Lazarus came out and he was alive. He could walk, stand, talk, smile, and thank Jesus. Lazarus was still wrapped up in the clothes that had been wrapped around his body. Jesus said, "Take them off and let him go." Seeing this miracle helped many people believe Jesus was the Son of God, who was able to give them everlasting life. How happy Mary and Martha must have been. Their brother was with them again. They knew for sure that when loved ones die, Jesus has power to give life back to them. He can give life for now, but most of all, he can give people everlasting life. When Jesus gives us this kind of life, we know that we'll be with Jesus and all who love him forever.
That was a great story time, and we're so thankful for the power of God in Jesus, who did many miracles, including raising a man back to life, and then he raised from the dead himself so that we can know him. So thankful for Jesus. All right, so you ready for our second drawing for question 2?
Let's do it.
All right,
Someone to get
excellent.
stickers.
This is, oh, wait. Okay, so question 2 is this. When the religious leaders passed by the wounded man, the Samaritan took care of him and paid for him to heal at the inn. Why did Jesus say he helped the man? A, he charged the wounded man a lot of money for the ride to the inn. B, he had compassion on the wounded man. C, he accepted a bribe from the wounded man. D, he was tired of the wounded man's complaining. The answer is B. Luke chapter 10, verse 33 says, "But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him." So very powerful story of the Good Samaritan. Let's see who won. I have the mug of power.
Let's see him.
All right, let's do spaceship shot. Ready? Star Wars. Okay, who's the winner? All right. Awesome. Sanders is. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'm so thankful you're a part of it. Adventure Club Live today. All right, excellent. So with that, tell you what I'm going to do. Question 3 is going to be homework, and I want everyone who has an answer, text a video answer to 858-262-4350, and we'll look at it next week. 858-262-4350. Ready? Here's the question. So don't text an answer to me now, but get with your parents, do a video on their phone, and then text it to me with the answer. 858-262-4350. Again, 858-262-4350. Here's question 3. Jesus asked the lawyer, "Which now of these 3, thinkest thou, was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves?" Who did the lawyer say was the true neighbor who obeyed God's law to the wounded man? A, Jesus himself. B, the Levite who stopped to look and went on his way. C, the Samaritan who showed the man mercy. D, the priest who passed by on the other side. Now remember, you got to answer this question with a video. So get with your parents and do a cell phone video as your answer to this question. Text it to 858-262-4350. I want to try and air several of them next week. 858-262-4350. Jesus asked the lawyer, "Which now of these 3 thinkest thou was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves?" Who did the lawyer say was the true neighbor who obeyed God's law to the wounded man? A, Jesus himself. B, the Levite who stopped to look and went on his way. C, the Samaritan who showed the man mercy. D, the priest who passed by on the other side. What is the answer? I want to find out from you next Friday at 12 p.m. All right, let me take this down so we can see Jim Sock. Jim Sock.
I'm so excited. I'll miss everybody.
Yeah, we miss you guys. We so miss hanging out with
I
you.
love watching the videos because it lets me know what you're doing. Yeah, we want to know what you're doing, how your week's going.
Yeah, and we're so thankful for you, and we're so glad that you could be a part of Adventure Club Live. Remember, text your answers to 858-262-4350. We've got some cool stuff for next week. We can't wait to see you again. So Jim Sock said,
New stickers, that puppet dance, yeah.
he likes to dance.
I'll try to contain myself.
Awesome. Love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.